Hey everybody, it's Cynthia, and I am here with another Pop Culture Profits haul for you. I went to what was probably the very best estate sale we have ever been to, or pretty darn close. I'd say ever been to in the sense that it was the kind of things that we ourselves own, which is tricky because, of course, a lot of what we saw we wanted to keep. One of the things they had that we did not buy, but maybe we will if we go back the later days and it's still open, are some Firefly framed posters. Really beautiful. They had everything. Well, I say everything. The majority of what was there were books and DVDs, just like you can see here. A lot of Supernatural, Buffy, Doctor Who, pretty much anything in the fantasy, horror, sci-fi genre for television, they were really into, as we are too. A lot of it was picked over by the time we got there, but there was still so much I literally had to leave a ton behind, and I'm already rethinking that I shouldn't have done that. So we're going to take a look at some of the things I got. This is the more one-off items, and then I got a bunch of Playmobil that we're going to take a little look at. Maybe you can help me identify some of it. So we're going to start over here with the box sets. Now, they wanted $5 a piece for box sets, which is a really good price on a box set if it's an item that you need. We actually already owned most of what they had, so we didn't buy it for ourselves. And box sets don't sell as well as they used to on eBay, and they're very difficult to push on Amazon now because most people, including us, are blocked from selling higher level DVDs like these. I can sell anything under 25 on Amazon, but I cannot sell anything over. So that's an issue there. And obviously DVDs sell better. They do sell on eBay. They sell better on Amazon. So that's a problem. We did pick up this Outer Limits box set. We have this already, or we would have bought it for ourselves. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. This is kind of a rarer box set, and I believe this one does sell in possibly the $20 range. Again, not a lot of money in it, but I couldn't resist, especially the fact that it's used. But I couldn't really leave that one behind. It's one of our favorites. Next up, let me make a space over here, is this set of two Animaniacs. So this is the Steven Spielberg cartoon from the 90s. I'm thinking, not the 80s, I believe it's the 90s. We used to watch this all the time when my son was little, and it's quite fun. And so what we're probably going to do is watch some of these and enjoy them ourselves before passing this along. One of the two box sets has very little value. The other one has more value. So I'm thinking together, somebody probably like to buy both, should be able to flip them for 25. I'm hoping to get 30 with shipping, but we'll see. As I said, they wanted this, would have cost me $10, but he did make me a deal on everything we bought, so I didn't actually pay $10 for those. The real gems, let's look at these real quick. I also grabbed these. I know they look like nothing to you, probably. These are unpainted figures for trains, and they're a little bit bigger scale than you normally see. We do fairly well with items like this for trains. I like the fact that they were still in the package, and again, since he was making me a package deal, I probably paid maybe $1 for them, if that, maybe even 50 cents. And I haven't looked these up yet, but I should be able to flip these for $10 or more a piece. I am hoping. Again, haven't looked them up yet, but we do well with train stuff, so I didn't even hesitate on that. This is another thing I threw in without looking up. This is a Robin Hood tarot card set. I would always buy tarot cards just because they do sell well, even if it's not a full pack, because crafters buy them. These are pretty interesting designs. This particular set doesn't have, again, a lot of value. It does sell used in the $10 range. It sells 20 in the new range, but there are quite a few people selling them new. But like I said, for considering I paid probably 50 cents for it, I wasn't going to leave it behind. The box is a little destroyed, but again, I think mostly a crafter might be buying these to use them to make a project. So that's cool. These are the real find. So we've got two different sets of PlayStation games. Now, what's funny is sale had very few games, and I don't know if somebody came in before me and cleaned them all out because these were kind of hidden, or this was just all that was left behind. It was a very unusual sale in that normally, we're buying estate sales from people who are older than us and tend to own things that are from the generations before ours. This is clearly someone in our generation. It looks like, I'm thinking they moved and they just left behind a lot of the toys and things they had collected. Tons of books, like I said, and DVDs. So this is a set of Fatal Frame PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. A horror game. I did not recognize the name, which is why I liked it. When I don't know a game, it tends to be worth a little bit more. These are mature audience games, and combined, they do sell in the neighborhood of $70. They're in super shape, which makes a difference. They've got their books, and a couple of them even have an extra memory card. So, again, this person took really good care of their stuff. So this should be a $70 flip. I probably paid about $1 or $2 for each of these. It's hard to say again because he gave me a combined price. This one's really crazy. This Kuman, sorry for the glare, if I can get it. Kuan, I guess, is apparently a rare horror game for PlayStation 2. Again, we've got the book and we've got the memory card. This thing has been selling for $150 used. That would make my whole day right there. So very excited about this. And I would sound even more excited if I'm still getting over this terrible cough that I had. So bear with me on that. So let's go into this. I had a choice of a couple of different kinds of toys. They had Legos, but they were just bricks, and I'm over Lego bricks. I mean, there might be some value in them. I don't know that there is. If they'd been figures, I totally would have grabbed them, but I have the feeling somebody got there before me and grabbed all those. Then they had some other building toys that I'd never heard of, and some miscellaneous train buildings, which I probably should have grabbed, and some other miscellaneous toys, and then a ton of Playmobil. And not just any Playmobil, but Playmobil that tended toward the spooky, which I really love. And space. Again, keeping with the theme of the person who owned this home, they clearly loved sci-fi and horror. So that's what a lot of this is, sci-fi fantasy. Now, Playmobil is a tricky animal in that I used to work for Imaginarium, and Playmobil at the time was the hottest toys we had on the shelf. Very expensive play sets. They're still not cheap, but they were really expensive then. Because of that, and because they are still expensive, you would think that the resale on them would be fabulous always, but it's not fabulous always. Some of the smaller boxes like these, I don't know if there's just too many of them flooding the market, but some of them are only selling for $5 or $6, if you can even sell them. This astronaut one, tends to do a little bit better. I grabbed it because I do like astronaut things. Space is kind of our thing, so I grabbed that one. They advertised having several sets still in the box. Those were gone by the time I got there, so someone clearly came in and bought up all the box sets first thing. But that's okay, because I am over, again, also storing giant boxes. There were bins and bins of big pieces of things like pyramids and other stuff, but again, I left those behind. There might be value in them, but building all that stuff out, finding out if the pieces are missing, yeah, I don't know. What I do love are the figures. And figures, again, can be real hit and miss, but I find when I group them, we can do fairly well. I've had some that split for quite a bit and some that didn't. I got a whole bag of these skeletons. I just love these guys myself, just love because I love spooky. They should have no trouble flipping those on their own. In the bag of skeletons were these, and I cannot figure these out, so if you know, tell me. They kind of look like black Jawas. They've got a pocket here for something, some kind of a staff or something that sat in here, I'm guessing. There's two of them. They got creepy little eyes. They seem to come, I want to say, from probably some kind of wizard or castle set. I have looked at everything. They say 1992 on them, I believe. And I like I said, I've searched the word hooded. I've searched I've searched Jawa, I've searched everything I can think of, demons, wizards. I cannot locate these. So if you know what set these are from, please tell me, because I think that would really make a difference on those. So let's take a look at some of the other ones I got. And again, I've not checked prices on any of these yet. Just in general, that I know the astronaut ones do fairly well. So we've got a couple of astronauts here. We've got, they almost look like two girls there. And then this kind of very spacey, alien-y looking, I'm assuming he's like an alien or astronaut guy. This looks like an astronaut without her helmet. Oh, but I got a spare helmet here, so maybe that's that. And a few more pieces. Now, this person did have a tendency to keep like items together, so I'm assuming all of these, there's like a robot, I'm guessing, came from a space line. And even some tiny little accessories like that, some kind of crazy space gun. This, I recognize, obviously not regular Playmobil. I recognize this from another set, and I don't know what, but we'll figure that out. So that's really cool. Lots of astronauts. Get these in this bag. And lots of tiny pieces. And let's see what else we got. So I grabbed this bag before I was going because, again, I like that it had a lot of figures in it. I did not go through it, so let's go through it together. I'm going to dump it out. Oh my gosh, wow, a lot of tiny parts. So let me back this up a little bit and go down so we can see what's in here. So right off the bat, we've got some wheels and things. I don't know if they're going to have any real value to me. Pieces of some probably cars of some kind. Again, kind of spacey looking. I'm just going to pull out some of this stuff that's more generic. Get to the better stuff underneath. Yeah, see, this generic stuff might not really have any value. We'll have to figure that out. Lots of wheels and parts. Again, if you recognize anything I'm sifting through, feel free to let me know in the comments what you see. Ooh, this is cool. Ooh, this is really cool. Look at this. So this is like a map, like a space map. I had the spaceship that went with this, and I had it in my hand, but I had so much stuff already in my hand. I didn't take it. I probably should have. If it's still there when I go back, I'm probably going to grab it. This looks like some kind of a camera, maybe, or ray gun thing. We'll get to the figures in just a bit. There's all kinds of weird, like, look, there's an axe and some more blades and swords and tiny little knives and a whip. Bear with me while I get down. Lots of loose helmets. Here's some foliage. Okay, so these are the pieces. So they're like helmet and what would you call it? Like the suits that go on over them. I think you might. Do you have to pull their heads off to do it? Do their heads come off? Well, I don't know, but clearly that's a that goes on their body. So here's just a little girl figure. Ooh, I see something I really like underneath all this. Hang on. So check these guys out. Ah, look, aliens. So there's a set of very cool Playmobil aliens in here. They're really fun. Oh, there's another one. And then these sort of futuristic-y, spacey astronauts, and more helmets, and more aliens, and then, ooh, a yellow alien, and then more generic figures. And then lots more, oh, here's another figure. He's, again, sort of got metallic-y looking legs there. Oh, and here's a child. Oh, look, that's like another version. That's like a version of that other creepy thing, but without his cape. Gosh, so if I can figure out what these aliens come from, they must come from that same set. There's a gun in there. That's kind of odd. Ooh, he's scary. Look at him. Let's see if we can get back so you can see them. All right. So then lots of helmets. Oh, this is fun. Like there's like a big, oh, can you see that? There it is. Look, it's a raven, a big bird. He's cool. Another figure. Another one of those creepy glow-eyed figures. And lots and lots and lots of little bits. Oh, here, there's a parrot. So that must be from a pirate set. Oh my heavens, if you can look, see down here, yeah, you can see them. Look at all these guns and knives and axes and stuff. Jeez. Considering it's a toy for kids. So, a lot of violence here. All right, I'm just gonna get all these out of the way and move on to the other box. So if you're watching this today, which is Thursday, we're probably going to go back tomorrow. Let me know if you think I should pick up more of this Playmobil or whether I've kind of done my fill here. Like I said, there was more larger pieces. It was a big ship, but I didn't bother with it because it was just, it seemed like such a burden. So this box has some themed items, which I should be able to figure out. But again, if you know what set these are from, I think this might be went with the Egyptian pyramid set. Although, I don't know, there's a very cool knight. And then some kind of a base, like rocks. This, I love, love, love this. Look at her. Is she amazing or what? So she's kind of a creepy, Wicked Queen looking, like if that was Disney, but Playmobil didn't do Disney. I'd say that was like the Snow White Wicked Queen. She's amazing. There's a native, African native. Oh yeah, look, and then there's like a Aztec pole, like a totem. That's some kind of crazy spacey thing. I'm going to put that in here with this other spacey stuff. All right. There's a motorcycle. And some plants. I'm trying to get to the big pieces and then we'll get down to the figures. There's a treasure chest. They had a bag full of Lego Playmobil treasure chests, which again I didn't grab because it just seemed excessive. Construct. Is this even Playmobil, or did that come from something else? That almost looks like something else. We'll figure that out. More green, and oh, look what I found in the bottom. R.I.P. Can. Oh, it's just a little coffin can. Oh, yay. Look, I just got a sale from Oriental Trading Company. Ah, cute. Put that with my Halloween stuff. And here is a cannon. Again, more violets. And some barrels. And this stuff doesn't look like Playmobil. It's like a robot guy. I'll have to look because all Playmobil is marked. I think some of this isn't. Some kind of an odd pillar, which also does not look like Playmobil. I'm just going to get through the furniture and then we'll look at the figures. That'll be our big finish. Oh, look at that. Kind of cool. Nice chest of drawers from a Playmobil house. That definitely looks like Playmobil. Yep. And a desk, an old school desk that goes with that. Oh, here's some more of this. Oh, I see. It was like part of a candelabra pillar. Wow, that's cool, Playmobil. I don't know that stuff. All right, we're going to make a switch here and take a look at the figures. Let me move this out of the way, and we can do it this way. All right, so we've got an Asian warrior, a biker dude. Not really sure, but again, spooky emblems. He's got the scary cross skull and crossbones, so he's kind of piratey. This, I'm assuming, is some kind of futuristic like, you know, in the air. See, maybe it's supposed to be a a jetpack, like on Lost in Space. And that goes in the air, and this goes underwater. Here's a Playmobil diver, skin diver. He looks in great shape. He's got all his pieces. And here is a knight, including, look at that, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow, and he's got his weapon and his flag. And he's not going to stand up well because of his flag. He's a gentleman to go with the furniture. It looks like just a Victorian gentleman. It's another one of those skeletons. More natives. Oh, I've seen this girl before. Oh my gosh. This was one, I swear, that we sell a bunch of when I worked at Imaginarium. I think she's like the snake charmer lady from a circus set. Musketeer. I have to find his hat. It's his musketeer hat. Oh, look. There's a telescope, an old-fashioned telescope. And here's a ninja warrior. Not an American ninja warrior, though. Ooh, here's a ghost knight. See, he's got like a skeleton underneath, and he's all scary. I love him. Here's a peg leg pirate. And a regular pirate. Oh, look, it's the stand for the parrot, I bet you. Oh, look at this tiny little seashell. Again, not sure if it's Playmobil, but it's cute. Ooh, samurai warrior. A headless figure, barefoot headless figure. It's another one of those, like, aliens. A pirate, I'm guessing. And then there's more small stuff in here. All right. Ooh, look here. This is an Egyptian king. So I said they had a pyramid in pieces. I don't know if all the pieces were there, so I didn't grab it. But he's cool. Oh, look, and here's his snake charmer asp. So there must be a snake charmer in here somewhere. Another one of these spacey guys. Ah, look at this. So this is a mummy, and I believe there's a skeleton in here. Oh, there's supposed to be a skeleton in here. Here we go. Ah! Here it goes. That fits inside. Skeleton mummy. Revolutionary War soldier. It's quite the historical mix in here. Wow, look at her. What do you think? Aztec with this headdress? I'm thinking Aztec. Like I said, quite a bit of history here. This guy has got some crazy Frankenstein shoes and these metal, supposedly metal cuffs. So I don't know, he's supposed to be some futuristic something, I imagine. Egyptian queen to go with our Egyptian king. Kind of looked like he started off as a pirate and went a little bit. He is kind of piratey, but I don't know. Maybe he looks like skateboardy piratey. Oh, and here's another one of these robot things. I recognize these. These are not Playmobil, but I recognize these, and I don't know what they are, but we'll figure it out. Oh, I found a hat for the. That's not for the musketeer though. I gotta find the musketeer's hat. There's a wizard hat for a wizard. Some capes. Check this out. This is probably my favorite one of all of them. Look at that. It's Dracula, but he kind of actually looks a little more Dr. Jekyll, but he's got fangs and a bat, so he's a vampire gentleman. I love him. I love him most of all. There's another skeleton pirate. And we'll just finish up with a couple. Ooh, this guy's nice too. Look at this. Look at this king. He's got his royal decree and everything. He's got lots of detail. I know, I don't think it's focusing. Sorry. There is a big black dog from hell in here. That definitely looks like a hellhound, doesn't it? He's got a chain. Where he's chained to the wall. Oh, actually looks like a cat. No, not a hellhound. Maybe from the Egyptian or the Aztec. And what else? We got a couple of, looks like just bike fellas. And one more crazy native. Ooh, look, this one's scary. He's a voodoo. He's like a witch doctor. I wish he would focus. Focus. But he's a crazy witch doctor. So there's also just a ton of cool little things in here, like this book. And where was that book? Where is that shelf? Let's see if I can find it. Here, look. I think that goes like that. Isn't that beautiful? Playmobil really does a fabulous job of creating historical detail and, really kind of taking you into an era that you wouldn't maybe learn about otherwise. There's also just some little tiny little rabbit, little that, and some fire and hot coals. So that's where I'm going to stop. So that's everything we got today. We got all of this. So I got everything I showed you today, plus my husband got 5 CDs, and he got 10 empty DVD cases, because he likes to replace DVD cases. And we got some miscellaneous little other electronic plugs and things. All of it for $40. So I'd say that's pretty good. The DVDs, the video games alone, one set of video games alone should cover the 40. And we'll see about the Playmobil. It might take a while to sort it all out and shift it all, but it's pretty cool. And I think here we'll end with my 2 favorites. These 2. Look, I don't know if they go together, but they should. They are fabulous. Although he wouldn't like the mirror. Oh, he can't be seen in the mirror. He's a vampire. So that's what I got today. It's just our first day of thrifting for the weekend. And hopefully we'll have a lot more. It's also big half off Salvation Army day for us this weekend. So maybe your Salvation Army is 50% off too. You should check it out. That's what I got. One last thing I wanted to let you know. I started a group for pop culture profit people over on Facebook. Go to Facebook and search Pop Culture Profits in the group section. And I'd love to have you join me if you are a seller, or if you want to get into selling more of this kind of thing on eBay, or if you make Fanish goods on Etsy, or you're just into Fanish things. Absolutely come and join us, because I think there are lots and lots of eBay sellers and help and videos for people who are selling clothing. I know that's a really big one. But I don't see as many people talking about these kinds of things, toys and games and pop culture items and DVDs. So I would absolutely love to start a group where we can all help each other out, share each other's items, answer questions like, again, for example, who is that little creepy guy? Oh, I put him away, but I'm still trying to figure out who that little creepy Playmobil guy is. Yeah, so go over to Facebook. I'll also put a link in the description box below so you can come over and join us. That's what I've got today. Tell me about your pop culture profit items for the week. I'd love to hear about them.